Every time I get off the train, like 4 a.m. something, I don't know, I don't want to put you all in a category, but white women, listen. I'm not even bullshitting. There's always a white woman jogging in that area. Always. Right by the dark forest, right there. Listen, white women, I care about you, but you're not known for your speed. Every time, and I said, let me not put them all in a category. Let me not do that. So I took the train a couple times, and I'd come out 4 or 5 in the morning. Another white woman. Not a white man, not an Asian, not an African American, not an Indian, nothing. White woman. What do you think, white women at night? What do you think? I have the whole city to myself. This'll be a nice time to jog. I'll put my noise-canceling headphones on. I don't want to hear anybody creeping up on me. I don't want to be disturbed. I was getting so angry, I started chasing them. I was like, come here, bitch, where the fuck you going? I was like, I'm just kidding. Go home, I could have got you.
I was raised very sheltered. I grew up evangelical Christian. So yeah, I was pretty sexually naive. The only time I even heard about sex was every time one of our pastors had an affair. So only 3 or 4 times. Not enough, but I was very curious. I really wanted to look up penises on the internet. I wanted to Google them. I wanted to look at them. But at church, they made it very clear that I wasn't allowed to do that. You can't look up nude photos. God would not be cool with that. Which I always thought was kind of weird. Why does God care if I'm looking up penises? You know? If God created man, wouldn't he want people to check out his portfolio? I feel like anytime an artist doesn't want to share their work is only if they're not super happy with it. So maybe that's what happened with the penis. Maybe God was going through an experimental phase or something. He was like, hey, I made this thing. Never mind, it sucks. Don't look at that. It's a sin if you look at it. Stop it. He even tried to fix it. He was like, what if we cut a little bit off the top? No, made it worse. Don't look at it. It's bad.
I miss drugs a lot. Drugs are awesome, you know? I miss them. I don't miss weed as much. I actually had to stop smoking weed before I stopped anything else because the weed, what happened, man? This shit got so strong so fast. You guys remember old weed? Old weed was silly, remember? You smoke a little weed. You go to the store, you get a bag of chips, you watch a movie. We used to giggle, man. What the fuck happened? Dude, I turned 25, I hit a joint one time, dark thoughts, dude. Just questioning everything, just dude, am I a fucking loser? Dude, take this away. What the fuck is in that, man? The last time I ever smoked weed, I did a dab. Ooh, some drama in the room. Yeah, if you don't know what dabs are, it's a concentrated form of weed that doesn't need to exist, man. And I didn't know I was doing that shit, because my buddy, he invited me over. This is what he said. He said, let's smoke weed. That's what the fuck he said to me. Let's smoke weed. I was like, hell yeah, dude, I love weed. I get to his house, first red flag. My buddy goes, hey man, you ready to smoke? And I'm like, let's do it. He goes, all right, I'm gonna go grab all the stuff. all the stuff. I was like, last I checked, we needed fire and an apple. What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, gotta grab my rig, my glass, my wand, and my torch. And he came back with a commercial-grade blowtorch. Like, you ready to smoke, big dog? It's like, what the fuck is that for? You gonna weld us a bong? We having creme brulee? What the? I'm not doing torch weed, bro. And immediately he got so sad. He was just like, oh, dude, come on, you know? And I was like, okay. You drive a hard bargain. I was like, you light it, bro. I'll just fucking suck. You do your thing, I'll do mine. So I just put my mouth down like, I was like, is it working? Give me an update, man. And I just blow out this enormous, milky cloud of smoke, and I just turn and look at my buddy, who's the biggest stoner I've ever known in my entire life, says the worst thing you can hear out of a stoner's mouth. He just looks at me and goes, oh, dude. That was a big hit, man. I was like, ah! How big? He was like, that was supposed to be for both of us. You cleared it. You cleared it. I was just like, just immediate panic. We all know that moment. Just based off of the amount of smoke in the air and that little tickle in your throat, you're like, yep, the next 4 hours of my life are fucked. Because I just started walking towards the door, bro. I did not say goodbye. Kind of forgot how to walk a little bit, just trotting like a Clydesdale. My buddy behind me, the last thing I heard was, want to watch Hot Tub Time Machine? And then just I walked out the front door. And then I got into my car, right? I drove home, and I was like, the thing I don't like about the weed now is it's so fucking strong, it makes you think about things you don't want to remember. You know? Because I was driving home, I remembered something I hadn't thought about in so long. I was driving home, and I was like, oh my God, remember that one time you were 17, you had just started working at a restaurant, and a whole table of 12 people all ordered soup? And then when you brought the soup to the table, you put it down and said, soup, there it is. And they didn't say anything! That was such a good pun, man! Fuck those people! And I just don't want to remember that shit, you know what I mean?
I've been off and on with anger management since I was 15. And I love anger management a lot. You know, it's great. You know, it's a really good thing. You know, they really try to help you out, make you better, and I'm still trying. But there's just things I can't get rid of. Like one of my favorite things to do, I love telling people to eat a dick. I love it. Just the way it pops, I just love it. Especially when they're appalled, when they go, because then I throw another one at them, and I'm like, eat a dick again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it pops. You know. But I can't do it. Now I try to be better about it. You know, I'm like working on myself. You know, I do it different. I still say it, but I just do it, you know, soft, a little bit softer. I'd be like, eat a dick, respectfully, because you're human. I know you're trying, you know.
I didn't know that I was having a bad childhood while I was having a bad childhood. I just thought that was what life was. I didn't know until I had a friend over. We were 9. I had a friend over for the first time ever, and she had a panic attack at my house because all the adults at my house were shit-faced drunk. And I was upset. She was like, I want to go home. But for me, it's just what I was like, what, have you never seen the nighttime before, you stupid bitch? Just finish your cigarette. We'll take a walk.
Y'all do weird shit. You don't even realize it's weird. Every day. I was talking to one buddy. I was like, hey, what do you like to do with your free time here in New York City? He's like, oh, every day I like to go to the park and people watch. Why is that okay? People watch. Just because we flip the words around, it's not creepy anymore? You know? Because it's a lot different if he's just like, yeah, every day I go to the park, watch people. But we just flipped the words, and now it's like this cultured pastime. He's like, yeah, I go to the park and people watch. Sometimes people follow. Mike, if I really like him, sometimes people touch, you know? Bench. You know, they don't let me go to that park anymore. I go in there, I off-jerk one time, and oh, God, now I'm a big bad guy. New York, I can't people watching off-jerk no more. Makes me so mad I want to people kill, Mike, I'll tell you that,
moved up here. My uncle's like, what shitbox you gonna live in? I was like, I live in Brooklyn. He goes, Brooklyn? That's where those fucking liberals are. All my goddamn taxpayer dollars are going to. I'm like, brother, you ain't paid taxes in 20 years. Like, you sell legal pit bull puppies, and that is true. You ever seen a pit bull mixed with a chihuahua? I have. Everything's a conspiracy, too. Everything. I took one of my friends to Whole Foods. I did the scan with your palm when you pay at the end. He's like, that's the mark of the beast right there. I was like, it's free shipping is what it is, you know? I love technology. Rednecks, they don't like it. They don't care for it. I'll give the government whatever they want. They scan my palm. They scan my retina at the airport to cut line. I've sold plasma. I tried to sell sperm, but I'm not allowed to. I don't have a college degree. That's bullshit right there. Your baby won't be smart, but he'll be cancer-free and can do pull-ups, you know? Like, he will be a great AutoZone employee one day. Get in the zone. AutoZone, okay? The DNA testing, the 23andMe, my uncle's like, I ain't doing that shit, because you know if you send them your DNA, they can make clones of you, and then they kill the original you. All right, you ever have someone say something stupid, but they're so confident while they say it that it fucks up everything you think you know? You're like, dude, what are you... Let me get back to you on that, actually. Goddamn, he might be right. Pokemon Go, they hated that. You know government owns that, right? So when you're scanning your little house for those Pokemon, they're getting the blueprint, seeing where your guns are, and they gonna come get them, yeah. The government don't want your pistol. Well, if they do, they gotta fucking fight for it, I tell you that. All right, well, they're gonna send a drone, okay? You gonna shoot a drone? My uncle's gonna shoot my uncle couldn't shoot his ex-wife properly, you know? Like, he missed and she wasn't running, okay? That is also true, yeah. He shot her in the hip. Got sad he shot his wife, right? So he tried to kill himself, blew out one of his lungs, but he lived. He's a good dude, though. He is a good dude, okay? Couples fight, guys, all right?
Like, I don't know if y'all know, but gay women are now having babies. Like, a lot. Like, at an alarming... No, like at an alarming rate. Like, they having babies now. Like, remember back in the day, gay, you just get a dog, that'd complete the family. That's true. They just get a dog, you be like, oh, they happy. Nope, not no more. Like, babies, like car seat strollers. I'm like, that's crazy. I was dating this lady. She was 38. She was like, Paris, I'm getting older now. I think I'm ready to have a baby. And I was like, you should. Like, somebody ever told you something and you trying to figure out, like, what they got to do with you? Like, you take it in, you like, yeah, you absolutely should. But in the back of your mind, you're like, what the fuck are you telling me this for? But I stayed in there. I'm like, you should. You go, girl. Your body, your choice. She was like, no, Paris, I'm telling you, because if I have a baby, I want you to be the partner of my baby. And I was like, that's crazy. She was like, what you think about that? And I was like, I don't think about that. I ain't never thought about no shit like that. A baby? No, that's disgusting. Here's the thing. I never wanted a baby with a man. I don't want a baby with a lady. 2 periods and Pampers, that's a lot of waste. I don't want to do that. Because here's my question. What if we break up? Who's supposed to take care of that baby? Not me. I told this bitch get a poodle. She don't listen. I'm leaving. We break up, that's your baby. That's what you running. Right? Because here's my thing.